What's up, Amazon sellers? Today I'm in the kitchen cooking up some plans for my January 2022. Why? Well, because quite simply, this year in my Amazon Arbitrage USA business, I want to be doing 1 million in sales over the next 12 months. Now, if you want to know what I'm going to be doing in step 1, month 1, January 2022, stay tuned. I'm going to share everything with you. Right, if you don't know who I am, my name is Thomas Parkinson and I've been selling on Amazon now for 4 years doing the online arbitrage business model. In the UK, I'm a 7-figure Amazon seller, check that out. And in the USA, we've just broken 6 figures, we've only just started, check that out. Now, hopefully in the near future, I'm also looking to start in another marketplace as well. And if you want to know how I'm doing it and what I'm learning, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. Okay, so first things first, number 1, let's give you a quick recap of what my plans for December were and obviously what's happened so far. And the first thing I talked about really was liability insurance. Now, if you don't know, when you sell on Amazon USA, if you're an Amazon seller and I think you exceed, it's $10,000 in a month, or maybe it's 100,000 in sales in total, then what's going to happen is they require all sellers to have liability insurance. Now, in my Amazon business, we managed to get this sorted before the 4th of December, which was the date, and for up to £1 million worth of cover, it cost us a total of $480. If you want to know, drop me a message down below and I'll tell you who it was. Now, the second thing we were looking to do in December, obviously just started a new business, well, we were looking to hire an accountant to do our accounting. Now, in the USA, we've grown to 100K in sales, which is great, and we're still going up. But what we do want is an accountant to make sure that we are crossing the T's, dotting the I's, getting all the correct paperwork filled out so that we don't have the IRS coming after us. Now, in my Amazon business, we've got an accountant for the UK, but the US we didn't. We now found our accountant, very happy. We are all set up and we're just doing the final bits now. We've set up our QuickBooks, we've set up our A2X, and actually we moved from Xero over to QuickBooks to support our accountant. That's what they focus on, but also as well to learn another skill set. So what have we got left to do in that? Well, the imports are in, but now we need to make sure the invoices are on the correct transactions, get the balance sheet correct, and the profit and loss account up to date. So then we know what's going forward and obviously how much real profit we're making. Okay, so the third thing we talked about doing was to achieve a target of $150,000 in sales over Q4. Now, this for me would be, we'd only just started our business, so this would be like months 5, 6, and 7 of just starting the business. October was a good month. I think we did about 20,000. November was a really good month. We broke just over 60,000. And December, we had a target for us obviously to do the 150. We originally thought we'd try and do 50K over the whole Q4 period. Then we increased it to 100. And then as a result of November's figures, we thought we'd increase it to 150, hence the 150 goal. And unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. What happened? Well, it's been quite a slow month. I think perhaps maybe we might finish somewhere around like the 30K mark for that month. Why? Well, quite simply because our prep center, unfortunately, they just got overloaded. They had too much going on and we were shipping in stock left, right, and center. I think there's probably like nearly 6 figures worth of stock sat in that warehouse, which could have been sold. Obviously, all the Christmas stuff is gone, but everything else is now not going to get shipped until next year, which is a real frustrating thing. But I do think the one thing we need to understand is that these things happen. They do happen whereby you have too many people use the prep center and it does cause problems. So for us, unfortunately right now, this has been an issue for us. Our prep center has actually just been unable to ship all the volume of stock that we shipped in there. So going forward, we're hoping that we can actually continue this growth, but should we say December, unfortunately, and the goal to 150, that's taken a blip. But what we do know is that we have the systems, the team in place, and obviously the capital to make it happen. Now it's just about getting the operations right. Now, the one thing which I will say is, look, over the course of last year, we only started in June and we've already done over 150,000 in sales. So I'm really happy with that. And I think from my team's perspective, I'm super happy as well. The fact that we've managed to build a business from nothing, scale it up to over 6 figures in 6 months and outsource it to 4 hours a week or 2 hours a week, should we say, that I think I'm really happy with. But what does that mean? Well, it means next year, I'm super excited about where we can take it because it's so good already. Okay, so I'm right now going through my plans for January 2022, and one of the big parts of it is about thinking about what you're trying to achieve over 2022. Now, the question I want to ask you is, if you're watching this, hopefully you've got some plans. There's a saying, you can't score without a goal. What is your goal? And if you want to know, or should I say if you want to let me know, drop it in the comments down below. So tell me what your goal is, tell me what your plans are, tell me what you want to achieve in 2022. Drop it in the comments. down below. Okay, so this leads me now on to my plans for January 2022. Number one, new challenge. Now, as you saw, the performance of my Amazon business when Q4 ended wasn't where it wanted it to be, but we did have a lot of the pieces in place, and unfortunately, just one side let it down. But it doesn't going to stop us, or not going to stop us, should we say, from trying to aim for a bigger goal in 2022, and that is to achieve $1 million in revenue over 2022 in my Amazon arbitrage business in the USA. Now, this is the sales over the next 12 months, and this is going to be crazy. This is going to be super challenging for my team. Why? Because we only started this business 7 months ago. But if we can do this, it's going to be absolutely incredible, and it'll be a great journey to learn. So the question you might be asking is, what are we going to be doing? How are we going to do it? Well, January, part of that goal to do 1 million, well, we're going to be aiming for 40,000 in sales in January, and then increasing that target over time, mirroring what we've done in the UK. If you have a look at our UK performance, we basically started at 60,000 in January, and by the end of December, we're probably looking at nearly 400,000. It's like a 10x increase, absolutely incredible. So, across that whole UK, we end up at 2.2 million. Now, if I can even repeat half of that success, I will be super, super happy. So, I'm really looking to copy the strategy we've done in the UK and, start at 60 in January, scale it up and make it work in my USA business, try and achieve that 1 million 7-figure business in the next 12 months in the USA. I know, #excited. Now, if you want to know how I achieved, we say £1 million, that's about 1.4 million US in just 12 months, what I will do is I'll leave a video up here that you can watch where I break it down and share what I learned on that journey as well. Check it out. Now, the second thing I'm going to be doing in January is opening up credit card accounts. And this is kind of pending my ITIN coming through. One of the big things right now, we applied for an ITIN back in October. They take 10 to 12 weeks. I'm still waiting for it. So the moment it comes through, I'm going to be straight onto those credit cards. Now, why? Because credit cards give you credit, and when you're using credit, you're using other people's money, turning that, making a profit off it, which is going to help you grow. So for one of my strategies for my £1 million in getting that revenue in just 12 months is not only to, should we say, increase the number of VAs, what we're doing in operations, but also as well, I need to buy more stock to sell it. And how do I do that? Well, I have more capital, i.e. using credit to increase the capital in my business. Now, this is also going to support me by having credit protection as well by using credit cards. So that's going to be super, super important. Now, like I said before, one of the things we are waiting on is that ITIN number. And once we've done that, hopefully we're going to get some credit cards open. Now, if you want to know which credit cards I'm looking at, and still we can't guarantee we can get any of these, Amex will be the first one. Why? Because I've got it in the UK and I don't think it's going to be too challenging to get it in the US. The next one will be a Capital on Tap, because they do have a USA card that I quite like. And then thirdly, the one that I really like as well and heard good things about is a Chase card. Now, I'm not 100% sure if I can get them, but also, well, the reason why I quite like them, they also have some really good rewards, and I like to take advantage of those rewards. So expect some more travel videos coming up this year, if obviously we can get some really good credit cards coming from the US business. Now, the third thing I'm going to be doing over the course of this year is called increasing the team performance. Now, of course, we always want to drive our team performance, get them up to speed, improve how we're doing. But if we want to achieve that £1 million goal over 2022, it's going to be a challenge. So first things first, my operations manager is going to conduct training. It's going to support their training and development of my team and their performance. Also as well, we're going to introduce a new incentive program which can help motivate and align the goals of our individuals and help them develop their performance even more, which is obviously going to help us towards our goals as a business, i.e. 7 figures, 1 million in revenue. Now, if you want to know, I'm talking about my goals in January 2022, and my God, there's a lot going on. 7 figures in my second year, and we haven't even finished the whole first year. I'm really looking forward to this, and I think it's going to be a big challenge. But what you got to realize is, just for me, is I run my Amazon USA business, I run my Amazon UK business, I also run FastTrackFBA business. We have like 60 VAs across them, and also as well, I travel the world. Normally I live in Mexico, right now I'm in the UK. But the one big thing which I'll share with you is, how do I do it? I do it because I have a team, and it's that team which actually do all the work. I just have a vision and they make it happen, and it's incredible. And the first person you should always hire in any Amazon arbitrage business will be a sourcing VA, and that is someone who finds you deals to buy low to resell high for profit. Why? Because that's the most time-consuming part, it's the most easily outsourced, and also as well, it's the bit that adds money. That's what we need to grow our businesses. Money, once we make that, we can then hire more people, admin, purchasing, etc. But the sourcing VA is the number one most important. Now, if you are interested in getting a sourcing VA, look no further than the FastTrackFBA VA Academy. Now, this is a service I created whereby we find, hire, train, and support a VA in your business for 12 weeks. And that is all for a one-off fee. No ongoing commitment, just a one-off fee, and the VA is yours. Now, I also talked about a bonus scheme a minute ago, and as part of that, you get access to all the bonus schemes that I have used in the past and I use today, and why we changed them up, and the pros and cons of each, and so much more. Now, if you want to know, we've had over 170 clients and we've hired nearly 400 VAs. If you do the maths, most clients come back from more than one VA. Why? Because it works. Now, if you want to know more and have a free 30-minute consultation call, then have a look down below. I'll drop a link where you can book in a call with one of my team and see if a VA is going to be right for your business. Check it out. I think you're going to love it. Right, this leads me nicely onto my third chapter, and that's some top tips and personal advice for you on how to grow your Amazon business. Reaching this point in my business has not been easy, and as you can see, like I said before, I've got my Amazon USA business, I've got my Amazon UK business. Obviously, we've got FastTrackFBA, and I'm also looking at maybe launching a third Amazon business in 2022 as well. I know, hashtag super busy. Now, if you're asking me, should we say, how I've managed to grow my business, what advice would I offer you? Well, I just talked about it now. Teams, building teams, developing teams. We as visionaries in our businesses, we are the people who have a goal. And for you, what I'd really recommend is clearly define that goal. Where do you want to be this time next year? I showed it to you, my UK business, we did 60,000 in January. And by the end of the year, we're doing nearly 370,000. That is game changing. And that is just in 12 months. How? Well, we had a goal, we had a vision. And quite simply, for me, my job was to have the goal, the vision, to define the steps on that journey, and then to hire great people, to build a great team around me that can make that vision come to life. You too can do it as well, and I cannot stress that enough. 3 things there I want you to take away. Number 1, have a goal, have a vision. Number 2, define the steps on that journey. And then finally, number 3, get the right people around you, build a team that can bring it to life. That is my top tip for you. Now look, what I will say is you should always be thinking big. My God, 1 million, I thought big last time and I did it. And actually we did 2.2 now. It's incredible in the UK. But if you want to grow your Amazon business, you might feel like actually you might want to give up at times. And this is hard. Big goals, big setbacks, these things happen. But what you've got to do is get over those. You've got to not give up and keep going. It's only through our struggles do we actually get better. So what I want to do now is share with you a video which I created based on Simon Sinek and advice about what you should do if you feel like giving up. Trust me, it's something you should be looking at. So I'll drop it around here. Check out this video from Simon Sinek that I created about some of his advice on giving up. Now, what I will say is hopefully you've liked this video. If you have, give me a big thumbs up. And hey, if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button down below. But for myself, Thomas Parkinson and FastTrackFBA, thank you very much.